Thanks, Nan. You really gave us quite lots of information, like what all are the prerequisites for a data science or the application which is rely on the data science. So as far as scope is concerned, so I'll take care of the scope part. So let me share my screen first, then I'll.
Yes,
So first, yes,
Signal.
first I'll give my introduction. Like I'm Raj, I'm taking care of the application, especially in the invoice finance and the European payments, and I have exposure of around 12 years, and I'll take care of the scope part, which is really need in the Bihar. So first, if we think the basic, like how what is the geographical condition of the Bihar or the area wise, and what all are the applications available into the AI, which can lead a kind of a big market into in the Bihar. So if you see just the education sector or the health sector or tourism or even the medical devices or any kind of application, if you just turn around your head and you can see lots of enhancements are going on. So somewhere there is a chances we can do much more better, and AI would be the major portion where improvement can be achieved. So now first we talk about the healthcare sector, because as our colleague Nand and Chandan also said, in Bihar, if we see the the infrastructure, especially in the healthcare sector and the agriculture sector. So first we'll talk about the healthcare sector. We need major enhancement. We need much more data, and also we need much more awareness to the people, so that including AI, we can help our patients more more in an accurate way. So if we see where health in healthcare sector, how or where AI can be used, so the first example would be your image analysis in the medicine. So if you see the uh, like artificial intelligence is changing the way the healthcare sector is delivered across the world, and it has been playing a crucial role in dealing with if you see the coronavirus time, virus time, at that time more often we used to take care of the applications and try to trace the area which are more infected by that virus. So also we can say, so if you see the image analysis in medicine, so you would have seen the medical images processing, where you could see the 3D images. Sometimes you could have seen the 2D image as well. So if we consider these two kind of images, we can read those images, we can show our interest, how it has been created, how it can be improved. So by seeing those images with the help of AI, we could come to a place where we can easily, or even doctors can easily predict what is the condition of a patient and how it could be a better. So these are the things can easily be done with the help of AI, especially in the image analysis sector. You could have seen in the genetics and genomics. So let's say a doctor is taking a person faces using their facial analysis, and they are and the they are offering some programs which runs, and it gives the accurate identify the what kind of genetic disorder that patient has, or even you can say what kind of problem he is facing, or there are a couple of more disease available which can be easily achievable using these kind of techniques. We can see the drug development, uh, we are already having some kind of samples available in the market, and if you see the process of creating the medicine, it's very difficult and also a time consuming process. So it can be easily achievable in a disciplined order using the AI techniques, because there would not be any kind of biasness. So these are the scopes in the health sector. Not only these three, we have couple more as well. where it can be done, like you could have seen to detect the tumor where uh, it's in the body, or there are some chatbots available. Let's say you need some help from a doctor, and it's let's say midnight, and any doctors are not available. So based on some your you can write your own query into the that health bots, and it will give you your it will give you the answer in a precise way, which will not be a kind of 100% accurate, but yes, it would be more accurate. It would be more like you can say that accuracy would be lies between the 90 to 95%. So yes, this is a kind of virtual assistance where it can be easily easily reached to the person who are either far from the doctors or from the hospitals. So these are the major area in the healthcare sector where AI can be uh, used, and it will help the person, especially in the rural areas. Uh, they can do it in a better way. Now, if we talk about the agriculture, as our colleague Chandan and Nand had said that agriculture and is the basic. Agriculture is the main sector, who gives the revenue to this state. So, if we think about this agriculture, especially, so like we, although farmers are giving their best, but due to the lack of resources available, or they don't have such kind of support, in terms of accessing the financial services, let's say loan or insurance or capacity building, or you can say with their income, they already are under pressure. Farmers are unable to modernize the agriculture practices to improve the yields. So yes, so demand for the food continues uh, day by day, and population also increases. So if we see these productivity challenges, especially in the agriculture sector, so it need a kind of urgent solutions. So basic food security is achieved here by changing the consumer preferences, and it can lead in the demand of healthy, fresh, and nutritious food uh, just to, to the person. So if we see in this case, if we just achieve the AI, so the solution would be enabled using the real-time monitoring, where farm will help farmers deploying the corrective measures on time. You can take one example like early disease detection in the crops, or monitoring the soil moisture level in terms of optimizing the field. So yes, the smart farming, it helps the farmers monitor the relevant parameters continuously through the IoT-enabled solution. So yes, these are the solutions, and or you can say way where farmers can automate and optimize their process, such as pesticides, spraying the pesticides or insecticides, irrigating, or they can check the soil on the time. So these are the activity which they can perform, and they can save their costs as well. So yes, this really can boost the agriculture sector, especially the farmers whose income are very less. So if they could use the couple of advanced machines, like which can predict the weather, which can predict the quality of the soil, or the which the time, or the duration where that farmers can farm. So yes, these would be a kind of a kind of a good or would be a kind of game changer, especially in the farming field. Uh, Medicine or healthcare sector and agriculture are the major challenge, especially in the Bihar. But this is not the only challenges we have, and it can be uh, can be undertaken by the AI. But yes, we have few more, like we can detect the air pollution sources. So if you see the if we implement artificial intelligence and remote sensing technology to detect the key sources of the air pollution through satellite image, or you can say real-time monitoring, in that case you can easily gather the data which is really causing the air pollution, and by viewing the satellite image you can see which all area are much affected. You would have seen the in Bihar in around 2017 couple of law has been imposed by the Bihar government, where they they got to know that the brick skins cause 40% of the air pollution, especially in this Bihar state, and the domestic burning causes around 22% of the air pollution. So yes, these these are the major factor which is causing the air pollution in Bihar, and yes, it can be easily detected by the AI. If you see the judicial administration, especially in Bihar, lots of crimes are getting day by day, it's increasing in exponential way. If we if you see the manual way, it took much more time to get a kind of decision. But if we put a kind of AI which will really would be an asset to the judicial administration in Bihar, and how we can realize. So in this case, we need to understand that here as a service, or as a product, it would be effectively used to ensure that the cases would be addressed on the right time, in the right way, and reverse the way of doing, and it will save the time, the cost, and it will help the other person as well, who keep on moving the courts to get their justice. We have couple of more things like power sector, where people are now these days more rely on the non-renewable source of energy. Although government keep on focusing to use the renewable source, but we have some limitations. So if using the AI in the power sector, there, so we can cut the cost, we can accelerate the use of clean renewable energy source. We have power grid globally, along with improving the operations or maintenance or control planning. So it just closely tied to the renewable source, and it's necessary for a country or for a state to develop where most of the if most of the industry or the power sector just move from non-renewable to the renewable sources, so it will save the cost at one time, but another on the other side, if you see, it will solve a couple of other problems as well, like you won't feel much pollution in your area, and because of pollution there would be, if you see the temperature are getting increased, there is a lots of global warming cases you can see. So yes, AI and the power sector, if we use, yes, we can boost, and it will really help the environment to look. The recent, you would have seen the liquor rackets and all, they are using illegal things, although government has banned the liquor. But if we use the AI mechanism, it will really digitize the automate all the operations which focus for no longer need no longer to use the manual data. They can easily track the person using couple of algorithm running behind it, like they have the image detection or object detection techniques, where if a person is doing any crime or he has left the country or a state, so using these techniques they can they can easily search using the image detection techniques, or object detection. So yes, these are the certain things which can really be implemented into Bihar, and yes, are state and our people will get really benefited. So that's it from my side now. I will pass this to Chandan again.